up everyone, and greetings from the Venice Film Festival. Thank you so much for joining me for my review of Tim Burton's Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, the long-awaited 36-year-in-the-making sequel to his beloved supernatural comedy film Beetlejuice. I just want to apologize in advance, guys, for me misleading you with the thumbnail. I'm not wearing the Beetlejuice makeup here. Right now it's like 31 degrees outside in Italy, and it's like just as hot inside the apartment that we're sharing. So yeah, if I put on the makeup, it was just gonna run, so I didn't bother, but yeah, apologies. Now, something I should probably get off my chest, first of all, is that I hadn't seen the first Beetlejuice movie until maybe, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, it was just a big blind spot for me. When they announced that Beetlejuice was gonna be opening the Venice Film Festival, I thought, I should probably watch the first one so I'm prepared for the sequel. Also, I just want to mention, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, I have also done a written review for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice for Awards Watch. So if you'd like to read my thoughts rather than hearing me listen and babble on about them, I popped a link in the video description down below. Please feel free to check that out if you like. But yeah, plot of Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. So the plot takes place like 30 years or so after the events of the first film. Lydia Dietz, played by Winona Ryder, is now all grown up. She's still sort of a weird, kooky lady now. She's just a weird, kooky mother now who has her own TV show where she is a psychic mediator, like talks to ghosts on behalf of people who are being haunted. She has a teenage daughter of her own now called Astrid, played by Jenna Ortega, and yeah, she kind of resents her mother because she thinks her mother's like psychic abilities are bogus. She doesn't think she can talk to the dead or anything like that, and yeah, she also doesn't like the guy that she's dating, this slimy TV manager of hers called Rory, played by Theroux. So yeah, they've got all that family drama, but also Lydia is kind of haunted and traumatized by the memory of Beetlejuice, back in the first movie when she was betrothed to the demonic clown ghoul played by Keaton. He's kind of popping up in her dreams and like in real life. So yeah, she's still kind of haunted from the memory of that. So yeah, they go back to Winter River where Lydia must try and make peace with her past and also try to heal her relationship with her own daughter. And all the while that's going on, Beetlejuice is having his own marital issues because his ex-wife, or wife that he kind of murdered but didn't quite get the job done, escapes from her prison and is on the quest for revenge to take down Beetlejuice as well. She's angry, yeah. The bitch is mad. And yeah, Beetlejuice's wife, or maybe it's ex-wife, Dolores, is played by Bellucci. There's also a few other subplots which I'll get into later, but that's kind of the difference between Beetlejuice 1 and Beetlejuice 2, okay? Beetlejuice 1 didn't actually have a whole lot of plot, but arguably Beetlejuice 2 has too much of it and doesn't feel quite cohesive or fully baked. I'll say my thoughts on the first Beetlejuice movie, as someone who only just recently watched it for the first time, I did find it very charming. Like, as I was watching it, I was saying to myself, they do not make movies like this very often anymore. I can understand why it's so beloved. Like, all the sight gags, all the comedic moments, just the aesthetic of it all, like the production design is very off-kilter, and even like the things that are kind of like flaws and imperfections about it now, like the green screen or the blue screen scenes when they're in the sandworm pits, like on Saturn or whatever, like they look really janky, but it's like with all the stop motion like sandworms, it kind of just adds to that sort of like endearing charm of it, and you don't often see done nowadays. Stop motion animation and like practical effects makeup and a lot of special effects as well in this movie. Like, it really celebrates those things, which is why I think the first Beetlejuice movie holds up really well. And I will say there is a valiant effort to try and retain some of those things in the Beetlejuice sequel, which is nice. As far as legacy sequels goes, it's nice that they're trying to retain the qualities of what makes the first one quite charming. So yes, there are lots of like cool special effects. There's some cool practical makeup, like the character Bob, which is like a shrunken shriveled head on like a massive torso. How they do all that, it's really cool. And there's also like stop motion animation sequences, and there's funny little like black and white montage which gives you some backstory on Beetlejuice and Dolores's relationship. And you can tell that the actors in this are all on board. Everyone's having a good time. Catherine O'Hara, Jenna Ortega, Keaton gives another unhinged, spirited, manic performance, which is just so much fun to watch. And even like the new players, like Theroux is really good in this. And also Willem Dafoe as this undead actor who thinks he's a cop and is like, on the hunt for Dolores and Beetlejuice. Everyone in this is having a good time, you can tell. And yeah, when they're having fun, you're having fun. But I didn't find myself enjoying this movie as much as the first one. There's a fair bit going on and some plot threads aren't as developed as others. Like, I'll say this, Monica Bellucci's entrance in this film is fantastic. I was like, oh, this is exciting, this is interesting. Who is she coming out of the box and assembling herself? I thought that was really cool. It's just a shame after that, Monica Bellucci has nothing to do in this other than like wandering around corridors looking for Beetlejuice, okay? And then there's also this other subplot involving Astrid and this cute little emo boy she meets. He's called Jeremy. She and him are like got a little crush on each other. And this whole subplot was just like so half-baked, and when it wraps up, it's just very abrupt. It's like, oh, I guess that's that done. But yeah, Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice actually gets an upgrade in this movie. Like, he's definitely more of a central character in this movie. In the first movie, he's barely in it. He's only in it for 17 minutes. He's more of a supporting player who kind of steals the movie. But in this, like, you know, he does have his whole, you know, own plot about wanting to get married again to Lydia, but also like trying to avoid his ex soul-sucking wife, like literal soul-sucking wife. I'm not just saying she's a soul-sucking ex-wife bitch. No, she literally sucks the life out of people and they just shrivel up like an accordion when she sucks the life out of them. But yeah, I didn't think this would ever be a complaint about a Beetlejuice movie, like having too much Beetlejuice in a Beetlejuice movie. But even though I said Michael Keaton's great in this, it just really illustrates that sometimes less is more. And again, there are things to praise about this film. Like, the production values of this film are like a visual splendor. Some of the sets in this were fantastic. Like, my eyes couldn't help but like scatter the entire screen looking at all the details of like the kooky spooky underworld. But also Colleen Atwood's costume designs were really good, very opulent, beautiful, eye-grabbing. And I also really did appreciate the use of miniatures and models and like special effects rather than relying just solely on CGI, and all that practical makeup as well. Just wow. So yeah, while I did have some fun with this movie, it's a shame that not even in the hands of the original director could a Beetlejuice sequel live up to the original. And it kind of makes sense though, because the first Beetlejuice movie is very much a product of its time, okay? It is sort of one of those lightning in a bottle movies. It came out, you know, during the 80s when movies were camper, sillier, more zany, and yeah, like, I mean, it's a film that probably only could have been made in the 80s because that was a time when, you know, studios were more willing to, you know, take risks on original, weird out there movies and concepts and stuff. Trying to recreate, you know, the magic or recapture the magic of that movie and with a sequel, it was a tall order to fill. And while it does try, like, it does try to do something a little bit new and different, I appreciate that, but it just, yeah, it just doesn't have the same sort of winning formula or charm as the first film. Some of you are probably wondering, do I think it has any Oscars chances? I mean, the first Beetlejuice movie did win an Oscar for hair and makeup, so maybe it could get an Oscar nomination for hair and makeup again. The costumes were good. Not sure if they're Oscar nominated though. But yeah, that's probably about it, I'd say. But yeah, Beetlejuice managed to beat The Substance for best hair and makeup. I would just be very sad about that. What do you guys? Do you think Beetlejuice has any Oscars chances? If so, in what categories? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right then, let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Probably not. Like, I would go back and watch the first Beetlejuice movie again. I really did enjoy that. But yeah, like the Dietz's haunted house in the movie, it'd be fun to visit once, but I wouldn't want to go back to it again and again. I don't think that would be fun. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? I'm gonna say yeah. Like, I didn't love this movie, but I had an okay time with it. And I think, like, if you are a Beetlejuice fan, there's probably enough in here to like go, oh, well, it's worth watching, you know, just to see like the legacy actors, Catherine O'Hara, Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, and yeah, the new cast members are good. There are some funny moments in it. So yeah, it's not one I'm actively pushing on people, but if you're curious about it, yeah, go check it out. So yeah, I'd say I'm softly recommending it. And question 3, what score to give it out of 10? When it comes to legacy sequels these days, they usually fall into one of 2 camps. Either it's a shameless cash grab or it's Top Gun Maverick. That's it. But I'd say Beetlejuice does fall somewhere in the middle because I don't think it reeks of cash grab, but I don't think it reaches the heights of Beetlejuice, the first film. And I can see that there was passion put into the project. I can tell though there was heart and good intention. It was just a big ask to try and get it to like reach the heights of the first film and still feel as, you know, charming and wonderful and oddball. Yeah, personally, I just thought this film was fine. So I'm gonna give Beetlejuice a score of 5 out of 10. But as always, guys, that's just one bloke's opinion. I would love to hear your thoughts on Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Have you seen the movie? If you have, what do you think of it? How does it compare to Beetlejuice 1? We have what to say. Do let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want more movie, TV, and Oscars-related content, don't forget to click subscribe. Help me get to my end of year goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers. And let me just grab the old popcorn. Oh, shoot, yeah. Yeah, I brought popcorn, but yes, I needed to get out of its cling film. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Carefield, and I'll see you next time.